Okay, I had a few conversations again with some of you over the last couple of days in terms of how heavy should you lift and when do you know that you should use heavier weights. So you really want to ask yourself, like most of our workouts, we do 40 seconds. When you come to the end of those 40 seconds, how does it feel? Does it feel like, yeah, 40 seconds over, I can keep going. Okay, then it's not heavy enough. And then you need to start thinking about using a heavier weight. You want to get to the end of the 40 seconds and there should be a challenge, right? You should, kind of want to be starting to pull faces and think, oh, I can only do 1 or 2 more, then I'm done. We don't want to go to the stage where we can't do anything at all anymore. That means that's kind of called going to failure. We don't need to do that. But you really want to always think that you have 1 or 2 more reps that you can do, then you need a break, and then you can go again. So the thing is, when we're always working out at home with the same dumbbells, we can't really pick up a heavier one and just try it out, which is what we could do if we were in a gym. But, as I always say, dumbbells are never a wrong investment. Like, I have lots here. The first set that I bought was a set of 2, 4, and 6. I bought that in 2015. Okay, I don't really use the 2s anymore, but I still use the 4 kilos and the 6 kilos depending on the exercise that we're doing. And then I think it was at the start of the pandemic, I added a pair of 8 kilos, and then over the last 2 years added a lot more. Of course, you don't need that many. And you might have other family members or other people in your house who will enjoy using them as well. So it could be like a shared benefit if you're using them. And I want to show you another example also. So, and this is by no means saying that you should lift as heavy as I do, because I have been doing this for several years. So, for example, when I do the deadlift, in the workouts in the last few weeks, I've done them with 2 17.5 kilo dumbbells. Now, in the last week, I kind of felt that maybe I could try with the 20 kilos. I have a pair of 20 kilos. And there is also a difference between picking the weight up or actually using it in the exercise. So this is a pair of 20 kilos here, and I'm going to pick it up, and it's heavy. It's really heavy, okay? But I can pick it up, I can hold it. Now I'm actually going to focus on the exercise. I'm going to engage my core, pull the shoulders back. I'm going to I'm going to do the deadlift. Yay, I did it, okay? And then I'm thinking, can I do 1 more? Yes, I can. Can I do 1 more? Okay? I don't worry about being able to do the full 40 seconds. I'm just trying out 1 more rep, 1 more rep. And maybe at some point I'll think, you know what, this was enough. This was enough for today. And when, let's say there's 3 sets of deadlifts in the workout, I might just, for the first set of the next week, use the heavier ones. And then for the next 2 sets, I go back to the lower ones. And then in week 2, maybe I'll try and do 2 sets with a heavier one, and the 3rd set with the lower one. And then by week 4, I'll be able to do all 3 sets with the heavier weights. You don't have to go from one completely into the next. You can really work your way up so that gradually over time, you're moving to a heavier weight. And over time, your brain knows, yeah, this is okay, we can do this. Your muscles also get stronger. And they know, yeah, we've done this before, we can do this. That's one thing. The other thing is also, I really encourage you to have a notebook with the workouts, and that's why we repeat the workouts, so it's not a different one every time. So I have, for example, you can see, these are all the workouts we've done since we started in June. But let's look at February, for example. So I have to work, and you might say, well, you have to do it because you're running the class, but still, I would really encourage you to do this. So I have the workout written down here, and then here in pencil, I wrote down the weights that I used, so that each time I go back to that workout, I know what my baseline is, okay? And I know when maybe I can try a little bit heavier. I know also when, actually, I didn't sleep that great, and I I can't lift that weight today. I'm going to go a little bit lower, but I always know what my baseline is. And then next month, when we have new workouts, I can see, oh, okay, or I can even go back and say, whatever, in December, oh, we did that kind of exercise. That's what I used back then. I can go back to that now. And it's really beautiful because over time, you will see that you're getting stronger. So here, for example, I did a deadlift and I used 10 kilos. There you go. Now I'm going up to 20 kilos. And I've always had a little book. Even before I started these workouts, I always took note of the workouts that I did. And I wrote down the weights that I used. So just a little tip, if you really want to progress over time, I hope you find this helpful. And I always encourage people to eventually start lifting a little bit heavier. I think we're all stronger than we think we are.